Hi, welcome back. We're back from break. Awesome. And welcome back. Thank you once again for your attendance in this co-created moment of Ascension. Awesome. So let's say we've come to the part of questions and answers. We'll give you a perspective from our perspective, that is, of a reflection back to you, to the idea of an inquiry. So whatever is resonating in your mind, if you choose to believe that you are the only one here, then fear nothing and ask your question of your higher self to get something you can expand on for your purpose of showing up here at this time, Ascension. So, the floor is whoever chooses to speak. Rock and roll. Just speak up and say, I have a question. Really?
I have a question.
Thank you. Go.
I have a niece. She's the second child of my sister next to me, and she has brain cancer, lymphoma, lots of crazy stuff. She's had many operations in the past, going on her third year. And the latest thing was that she was a poster girl for cancer. And I told her that's the wrong energy completely, just like what you said before, you need to let it go. The negativity will keep it to you. So now she changed her Facebook picture. It's not that anymore. But she's not letting go of the cancer. She keeps on going and having radiation, the chemo, and and the operations. And it seems like that's it. She's changed her diet, but
She's made steps, but hasn't really conquered it in that idea.
yeah, she is brilliant. She's gone online. She is educating people about brain cancer, about how the body goes through and everything. It's an educational thing. She's phenomenal, but
Well,
it's
wait a
not
minute.
leaving
Hang
her.
on. Hang on. Before you say but, let's go back and look at that.
Okay.
She's going online, she's educating people, and she's changing her paradigm. Remember this, each and every one of you choose everything in your reality. Sometimes consciously, you don't know you're doing it. However, your higher self is giving you that idea to expose something to you and go beyond the limitation of humankind and show the world that you do have the ability truly to heal yourself. It is fundamentally known throughout the universe that every human being has the ability to heal themselves everywhere, anytime, anyhow, any disease. So, the idea is for what her to do is give herself this challenge, go through the negative, and then what? Change her perception, change her health, change her reality, and quote, beat cancer. It's not beating cancer, it's just choosing not to have it anymore. You don't need to beat it, because that, involves fighting. Make sense?
Yes.
So, with that, she chose that to experience that, take it to the world, share her impartations so others can relate to her. Now, in that, when she heals herself, and she's going to, when that occurs, okay, when she starts to let go of more medicines and more paradigms of limitation, and she sees and listens to her body, and her body starts to heal herself, giving her the validation to step up, what she's truly doing telepathically to the others that are experiencing this idea, telepathically, once again, she is giving them the freedom to do it themselves. So she's helping the collective in that fashion. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So the idea is what she's doing is ascending herself through this negative idea to turn it into positive and show the world that it's no longer needed. The biggest cure of cancer as far as your institutions is the Cancer Institutes of America, I think they're called.
Yeah.
Because they treat it not as a disease. They don't hospitalize you with other sick people in that clinical idea. It's very open, very natural, very loving, very free. And of course that vibrates the body higher, vibrating them higher. So she's bringing that through a self-perception, giving back to the world the ones that need guidance in that. She is a guide. The idea for you in connection with her is be yourself.
Yes, I have been.
Don't preach. Don't tell her.
I don't.
I didn't say you did. I'm just letting you know. That's the idea. Again, the more you're yourselves, the more you are unconditional love to yourself, you only vibrate higher and higher. Again, they killed Jesus is because he was just too loving. They didn't understand how beautiful he was. It didn't fit their paradigm, so they couldn't deal with it. So they crucified him. All Jesus was pure love. Harmed nobody, did no harm. Just love. Show people, don't worship me. Oh, no, no, no. Be as I am. Do as I am. And ascend. That's how you bring people into your reality and give them the vibration, because we all perceive that you need to give them words. You need to give them charts. You need to give them syllabus and ideas. Yes, that's the idea to get it going, but the real work is done telepathically. Impartations. Moments of, let's see, releasing your highest joy, your truth to yourself, will only vibrate higher, allowing those people to realize what they see in the mirror of reflection, themselves as eternal love. So be that with her, and the ones around her that are closer to her, be that to them as well.
Yeah.
Don't fight them, love them, be them, accept them, give them compassion, show them the way of peace instead of logic. Does that make sense?
Yes.
What else on that? Anything else?
But one other thing, with, how about her, about the relationship she has, like with her mother, just of hate? Is that the thing that's feeding her cancer?
No. She chose to give her cancer on that. That between her and her mother. Mother feels absolutely guilty that she had a child that's defective. If you want to put it clinically, horribly defective child. That's the way she views it, and that's her negativity of herself. She's considering herself a failure.
Who is the failure?
The mother. She's seeing that, and that's where the hate is rising between the two.
There was a hate from childhood.
Of course.
Divorce and everything like that. The child was healthy growing up. She just recently, in the past 3 years, got the cancer. But you think that is what it was beforehand?
No, no, no. That was the whole different shift.
Oh.
The cancer was a choice.
A cancer was a choice by her.
Yes. To give herself that idea. An escape for a reason. Maybe an idea of getting back at mom. But not truly. It was just a choice. I know that sounds harsh in a way. Why would someone choose that? Let's see. It's creation. It's experience. It's eternal love. Don't view it as that. See your limitation. Every aspect of humanity is eternal love. The way you reflect it is your limitation. You don't have to view somebody that has what you call a special need or a disease as horrible, pity, bad, poor them. No. That's what they chose to experience, the beauty, the 360-degree circumference of life as a human, leaving no corner, no part unexplored. But we have. That's why we're in the Ascension. And that's why they're choosing these things, and automatically more and more people are not buying into the system that they're going to be this forever. They change it because they realize they have the choice.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
Wonderful. Next question, anybody? Really?
I have a question.
Go.
About 2 nights ago, we had an encounter while we were asleep, and it was like an energy that came into our bedroom that was violent. And it stayed with us for about a day. And I called Kathy and I called Rita. And
Rita, did you see it as a shadow figure?
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead. I got the same thing, I'm just checking.
yeah.
Yeah, I even told Rita that I thought I was a shadow person. And it affected Van. His whole demeanor changed. He became very angry. His hives flared up all over his body. He said, I feel out of control. And so how do we prevent that from happening again?
It's not prevented.
Okay.
First off, you allowed it. You gave yourself this challenge. Here's why. Follow this. You have a perpetuating belief that needs to be challenged, so it exposes itself in 3D conscience, in other words, your personality, your mind, of something you don't prefer. You're allowing a negative to come in your life. Absolutely, there are shadow people. They are there for the people to wake up, to change your vibration and say, thank you for showing me that I believe in this, and I'm going to perceive it in a negative way and give me fear and give me scare and give me highs. Or, thank you for showing me this. However, here's a Coke, here's a smile, have a nice day. I choose you not in my reality any longer. Because now I'm going to vibrate higher and not feed you to sustain you in my world. So what it is it's a challenge. You don't need to be afraid of anything, because there is nothing that you want in your reality if you don't choose it. You may be perceived, once again, as you don't want this in my reality, but you needed it, so your higher self allowed it to expose to you what you are believing in that no longer serves you. All of creativity is eternal love once again. It is only distorted once again by the perception of the mind, your current belief systems. If you never had the experience of negativity, evil, bad, you would never know it. Ever. If you knew that, let's say, you lived on a desert island, and you looked at the water, and you did not know you could not walk into the water without sinking in. You would walk on the water, because you didn't know you couldn't walk on the water according to society. Because you didn't have any connectivity to the collective telling you that belief telepathically, and then also coveting that belief in your growing up. You just walked on the water. So that's the idea of a perpetuating belief system, as you choose it, according to what you know. So you have exposed to you a belief system that no longer serves you. So you gave it to yourself in a fashion of negativity, okay, which is an experience in and of itself of humankind, awesome. However, once it's experienced, you do not need to choose it. But you are choosing it over and over again, because you're sustaining that again by believing in it. So when you vibrate to a parallel reality, that vibration of negativity can no longer exist in, because it's two different realities according to what exactly it is, vibration, then of course it will not be in your reality. Let me give you this analogy. 1% of your reality is all you perceive, each and every one of you, unless you're vibrating at a higher state. But in your reality, your, let's see, light idea, gamma rays, X-rays, beta rays, all these different kind of rays and vibrations and frequencies, only your senses perceive 1%. Okay, that's it. So what you do is you're changing that, and if that exists in your 1%, you raise your vibration, it cannot come into it, because you're out of that spectrum, so to speak. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Wonderful.
See, because both of our fathers have crossed, and they've been dialoguing with us, and they both said the same thing, that we fed into the negativity.
Yes.
We fed into that frequency.
Well, what happened prior to that was we were driving on Tesla, and this mad driver, old beat up truck, almost hit us, cut in front of me, and then the next block, I was driving and he slowed down, and I rolled down my window, and I looked at, he looked like a devil, But I let him know, I said, I am not afraid of you.
Mhm.
I
Well,
don't fear you.
here, let me give you this idea. By you challenging him, you gave them exactly what they
I
wanted.
know.
You didn't need to do that. All you would have to do, and this little part is for Katrina and her mad driving on the road. Love you. Now, come on, Roxy. That deserves a honk. The idea is don't feed it.
That's right.
Just look at
Let it
them
go.
in compassion, in acceptance, and then immediately you vibrate above that level of vibration. It can no longer come in and give you a reality that you no longer choose.
And that's what they have told us
Yes.
all along, rise above it.
Rise
Don't
above
even feed into
with
it, just
love.
go.
But I didn't say anything, I just looked at him.
I know, but you should have even looked at him.
Or rolled down the window.
And said you were afraid of him, or
Right.
not afraid of him.
But that's okay. That's understanding for this moment to occur so you can expand your conscience and choose your new reality. All of it is beautiful. There's no wrongs. But that understanding is a new you now to understand off of that and choose your next reality. You are always a new person, always ascending, always rising up. Truly.
So it's relinquishing control. You don't need that kind
You
of
don't need to control your paradigm in that fashion of security, of sustaining, of wait a minute, you bruised my ego, I'm going to get back at you. Because that only sustains that. Period. Simple as that. Let him go. Kill him with kindness. You all know that one.
Well, and
I was doing that.
Go ahead, Rita.
the thing with that is that it really does make your life easier. It's always a choice. When someone offends you or does something to you, it's a choice. You choose whether or not you're going to be offended or
Right.
whether or not you're going to remember that this person is just doing what they do and, blow it off.
Right.
It's a choice.
That's true.
And when you start choosing to just let it go, as your vibration rises, it becomes easier and easier.
Absolutely.
And those things no longer come into your awareness.
Yes, they
Okay.
will not even be perpetuated in your reality. Excellent. Very good.
Just by letting them go.
Yeah.
I didn't let him.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
exactly.
Remember, when you're offended by someone's interaction, you are exposing truly to yourself something that you don't need anymore. Why do you need their approval in your life? Why are they, slighting you? Why is that wrong? Because you are what? Empty inside. There's a hole in your heart you're seeking to fill. And you're filling it through the sustained image of what you perceive yourself to be the outside for comfort, security, and of course acceptance. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So what you're doing is, you offended me, damn, I'm mad at you now, because now what I thought was beautiful to the world, you don't like. So I need to get back at you because you're not giving me what I expected my image to be to the world, when you are the world. Be yourself, and those things don't come into your reality. You only attract the people, the idea of eternal love.
I'm just mainly concerned about the safety of my wife.
Don't worry about the safety of your wife. Here's why. It's not your job.
Exactly.
It's not your job. You are actually conditioning your security for her when she is her own entity to choose her reality. And when you put your paradigm of, I need to keep her safe, then you are taking your energy and putting it on her as a condition of her. Let it go. That's her own entity. You owe her nothing, she owes you nothing. That is what unconditional love is. Giving and receiving with no expectations and no worries and no conditioning of security. Let it go. That's their free will. When you do that, then you receive that back. That's the paradox, really. Because what you think is you have to invest in order to get back. No. You be and you get back because that's what you're putting out. What you put out is what you get back. Eternal love, no expectations, the purity of unconditional. Again, expectations of love is conditioned, so it's no longer, of course, love. So you put out with no expectations in return and just be the love that you are, and that's what you will get back, because that is a law, and that cannot be broken once again. Don't worry about your wife. She's got it. She's choosing her reality. Let her experience her choice in 3D. Let her experience her choice as her ascension, her human existence in this now. And you do the same, and I guarantee you, your relationship will flourish. Because there's only symbiotic oneness between you two. Make sense? Ben?
Yeah,
Tough, I know. Work on
It's a weird concept.
it. It is.
it is very weird.
Well,
It
because
is.
when it happened, I said,
But it
just
gets
let it go.
easier.
Just close the window,
It
let it
gets
go,
easier.
don't even. I said, just
And
let it
really,
go.
that's what it's all about, is ease, okay? Because really, okay, so the idea that you must protect your wife, who does that belong to? Was that your idea? Was that your father's idea? Was that your grandfather's idea? Was that your mother's
My
idea?
idea,
Where did you learn it from?
Where did you get that from?
for me.
No.
No.
That is
No.
a perpetuating belief throughout time. That is not only the 3D paradigm, but that is in your DNA, passed down through the 455,000 years of humanity, is the male role being the protector. Let me tell you something, women can take care of themselves too.
Oh, I know that.
They just do it behind your back. So the idea
This
is,
how I
that's a
feel.
perpetuating belief, and I know.
So what if your job, instead of being to protect your wife, was really to have fun with your wife and really enjoy your time here on the planet with her?
Right, because what does that do? Changes what? Your vibration, attracting different things in your life instead of, okay, here's an idea. When you have an army, you're gonna have a war. When you have protection, you're gonna have attacks. You don't need protection. You don't need to protect, because a protect puts out the vibration that there should be something to protect from, yes? Otherwise you wouldn't need to protect. If you have an army, you're only going to attract someone that has an army. If there are no armies, guess what? No war. Simple. But that is the security paradigm that we're perpetuating and taught. That's the idea. Does that make sense? Trust yourself, let it go, and the vibrate higher, you only attract those things in your life that don't cause you to have concern for protection, security, that kind of idea. Because again, you're writing the script. You're going to write the things in you want as you allow yourself to expand your conscience from the known, again, to the unknown, allowing more ideas to come in to give you the reality of your choosing moment to moment to moment to moment. It is beautiful.
So do you believe that you live in a dangerous universe?
If I choose to, yeah. But I
Bingo.
don't.
Okay. So if you don't live in a dangerous universe, then what is there to protect?
Bingo.
So